Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss exactly the importance of aptitude, what exactly aptitude is, we'll see. But let me tell you that because we are graduates, after graduation, next what? This is the biggest question mark we have in our life. After this, next what? So, this question mark actually we can divide into two options. We have two options. The very first option, maximum of us, we feel that our parents have spent a lot of money on us. Now it is the time to repay them back. No doubt you cannot repay them everything, but at least a drop in ocean. So in order to help your family economically, financially, people try for very first option after their engineering or else any other graduate, BA, BCom, BSc, they try for job. Okay. Now, my dear friend, in the job where you would like to work, you can go either in the private sector or in the government sector. Whether it is government sector or private sector, every sector will be having their own recruitment procedure, placement process. In this placement process, some company conduct 2 rounds, some companies 5 rounds, some company even 7 to 10 rounds. Okay, depends on the company. But whatever may be the round, the first round will be definitely the written test. Written test. Now, what they ask in the written test? Many companies must be visiting your campus, your college, or else you must have visited many of the companies. They conduct the written test. What they ask in the written test, or else you must have written some state level or central level UPSC exam. What they ask in the written test? So, no doubt they ask you aptitude. If you are from engineering background, aptitude and technical. Some companies aptitude technical English as well. Some companies aptitude technical general awareness as well. In government sector, general awareness is also important. But one thing is common, all are going to ask you aptitude. Let's say that we don't know aptitude. So my dear friend, we don't know aptitude means we cannot go for the job because first round written test, aptitude test. So no job, no business even, because business requires more aptitude, more calculation. You should know whether your business is running in profit or loss. But my dear friend, we are not aware of aptitude, so no job, no business. So after your graduation, if you are not opting for job or business, what else we can do? The second option. The second option, we can go for higher studies, post graduation or masters. Now this post graduation, where you would like to study, in India or abroad. Consider if you want to go abroad for your higher studies, you have the write the exam like GRE. Okay, if you are from engineering stream, but if you are from other stream, you have to write the exam like GMAT. And with the GRE GMAT, you have to even write the exam like IELTS or TOEFL. IELTS is International English Language Testing System and TOEFL is Test of English as a Foreign Language, both conducted by ETS. But let me tell you, your IELTS TOEFL score is only for your visa approval. In order to get admission in foreign university, they require your GRE GMAT score. Now, if you check out this GRE GMAT exam pattern, what they ask in this exam? Aptitude, maths, English. But my dear friend, we don't know aptitude. It means we cannot go abroad for higher studies. Then we'll study in India. Here itself we'll study. So my dear friend, if you want to do your post-graduation in India, depending on which post-graduation you are selecting, here also in India you have to face some competitive exam. And let me tell you, India is having number of competitive exam. India is having something like ISET, CAT, MAT, ZAT, Atma, SNAP, NIMSET, LAWSET, PGSET, GATE, CLAT, so on. And all these exam, one thing is common, they also ask you aptitude. So my dear friend, in the different videos, I'll be presenting what are these exams, how you can approach to those exams, when you can fill up the form, what is the profit of writing that exam, everything in the different videos I'll present. But let me tell you, today in this video, I'm going to talk specially that all these things can be done in a single platform, especially for the engineers. That platform is designed for engineers. That platform is GATE. I think you are aware of GATE. What is GATE? Graduate Aptitude Test in Engineering. This is the toughest technical exam of our country. It's the toughest technical exam of India. So if I am saying toughest, then why you will write? Simple question. So my dear friend, no doubt it is toughest technical exam, but its fruits are excellent. Fruits are excellent. See, you said that first you want to do the job. If you want to go for government sector job, there are 150 plus PSUs, public sector undertaking, who have already signed the MOU with IIT. Directly with your GATE score, you can enter into the job in public sector where your package will vary somewhere around 7 to 11 lakhs per annum. Okay, and these PSUs are the companies listed out under Mini Ratna, Maharatna, Noratna companies. what are Mini Ratna, what are Maharatna, what are Naratna companies. In later on videos also I'll say you. But let me tell you, if you want to go for private sector job, no doubt GATE score is not valid in the private sector, but when the HR asks you in the interview, why shall I select you? Very simple thing, you can take out your GATE scorecard and show to the HR, because my GATE score is this. Means you are proving that how brilliant you are. You have competed with the engineers of India and got that rank. Not only your college engineer, not only your university engineer. India engineer you competed and you got that rank. So give a reply in such a way, definitely the HR will select you. No sir, I don't want to go for job. I want to study abroad. My dear friend, let me tell you that there are some of the countries which are accepting GATE score for their admission. No doubt through GRE also you can enter, through GATE also you can enter abroad for your higher studies in the universities. Some of the countries like Canada, Australia and so on. If you want to study in India, if you want to do your post-graduation in India, let me tell you, you can do your post-graduation masters in India with the premium institute of our country, that is IITs, IIITs, NITs, IISc Bangalore, NITI Mumbai, so on. NITI Mumbai. NITI Mumbai is one of the place, actually it is specially for the people who do their engineering and after that they go for MBA. My dear friend, when you are doing your engineering, then why you are opting for MBA? BA, BCom, BSc people also do MBA. So NITI Mumbai is the perfect place for such people, because NITI Mumbai gives you dual degree. With your master degree, my dear friend, in your technical, they will give you even management degree. I mean to say some industrial management and all. So you are getting dual degree in NITI Mumbai. If you pass from NITI Mumbai, you can go in both the field. Either you can enter in your core field or else you can enter in the job of management side. So this is especially the GATE. What exactly this GATE exam will be? No doubt it is total 65 questions they will give you in the GATE. Total number of questions will be 65. Okay, if 65 questions are there, then what about the number of marks? How much marks this paper will be? Question are 65, so marks are 100. When I am saying there are 65 question and 100 marks, then obviously it is 1 mark, 2 mark question, and all the questions will be your MCQ. MCQs, multiple choice question, means 4 options will be given, you have to select which is the correct option. This year onwards, IIT Bombay, I mean to say 2021 GATE onwards, IIT Bombay included MSQs as well. MSQs, my dear friend, multiple select question, means in a given question, whatever option they have given, your answer can be more than one option. So MSQ is also there. So this is 100 marks paper. My dear friend, some single mark, some double marks question, and let me tell you, even the negative marking. If you select wrong option, negative marking for MCQ questions. For MSQ question, there is no negative marking, no need to worry. And let me tell you, this 100 marks paper consists of your technical as well as non-technical. Like you have done your engineering from which stream? Consider you have done your engineering from mechanical. So 70% question will be asked from your technical field. They can ask you the question from thermodynamics, they can ask you the question from production, they can ask you the question from strength of material. Means 70% weightage will be given to your technical part, remaining 30% to non-technical. Non-technical, which includes English, maths and aptitude. And my dear friend, if you take out maths, the pure maths, out of 30 marks, 15 marks will go for maths. So remaining 15 marks will be for English and aptitude. So my dear friend, just by gaining this 15 marks, at least you can get some improvement in your score. So this 15 marks, we can guarantee you, here you can join to get this 15 marks at least directly. And remaining technical part and maths, how it will be, that also we can help you out. But this 15 marks guarantee you can score in the GATE. So for that, your aptitude and English is required. Now, my dear friend, what exactly aptitude is, why I should learn aptitude, why it is not pure maths, everything we'll discuss once we are attending the class. So hope you have understood what is GATE and how it will be fruitful for you. Thank you all. Take care. Bye-bye.